Hello, welcome to this DCS dice setup tutorial. Dice is used to set up our programmed countermeasures in various modules. Things like the F-18, F-16, A-10, eventually the Apache. This allows us to set it up once and never have to worry about it again, rather than having to set it up every single time we get in our aircraft. So to download Dice, we will go to this link, which will be found in the description below this video. We will hit download it. See, I already have it downloaded here. Once it is downloaded, we will open up the zip file. You will see Dice, a README. Installation instructions are in the README, or you can just follow along. So we'll go into this Dice folder. You'll see two more folders, scripts and mods. What we want to do is move these to our DCS saved games folder. So to get there, we can go to C, Users, Our User, and you will see a saved games folder. If you want, you can right click, pin it to quick access, and it will be available right up here. When we're in our saved games, we will click our DCS saved games folder, in this case DCS Open Beta, and it's as simple as taking these files and dragging them in. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to bother dragging it, but you just take these, drag it over, and you're good to go. Make sure you do this with your DCS closed, shut down, all that. When you start up DCS after you've installed it, you'll now see these icons down here, Dice. And for setup for the various aircraft, we can go into our options wheel, special, and you'll see new options for all of the various aircraft. So for the A-10, we now have the option to change our countermeasure programs. These are my countermeasure programs in the A-10. You can pause the video and then mimic them on your end if you fly the A-10. I don't fly the AV-8, so it is just default settings. These are my settings for the F-16. So on program 1, we see that if I press the countermeasure release button, it'll release one chaff 3 times with an interval of about 1 second between them. For my flares, it'll release 2 flares with an interval of 0.5 seconds between them. For the F-18, on program 1, manual 1, it will fire 2 flares with an interval of 0.5 seconds between them. And manual 5, it will fire 1 chaff 3 times with an interval of 1 second between them. I find these flare and chaff presets to be the most effective. So every time you press your countermeasure dispense button, it will either release the flares in this configuration or the chaff in this configuration. It prevents you from being wasteful using the default programs or using the semi-automatic or automatic modes. You can experiment with the quantities and the number of times it cycles, but I do find these to be the most effective. Once you set this up, whenever you hop into a new aircraft, it will already be pre-programmed, so you don't have to worry about it. I'll go more into manual setup in each specific aircraft in their EW tutorials. Thanks for watching.